And welcome back to the Omaha Central High School Fall Sports Showcase. My name is Charlie, and we're joined now by the softball team. We've got Coach Tash Coffiel, Nicole Palfini, and Ruby Titus. How are y'all doing today?
Great, good.
That's good to hear. So, Coach, last year you worked with Ben Titus as the head coach, but now you're the head coach. What's it like, to step into your role as the head coach this year?
Well, I had to shift my focus from really just, developing the girls, getting them ready for games to, focusing on the student part of the student athlete and focusing on all of the aspects of running a softball program. So that is a big difference, big change.
So what's that transition, been like from assistant coach to head coach of the team?
In the beginning, it was kind of a lot, just, establishing what all my responsibilities were. But I've, gotten help from coaches here at Central, other coaches, and some of my high school coaches that I had. And now I'm, getting my footing and, I'm figuring out some stuff with fundraising and getting the field ready and scheduling and all that stuff. So it's going well.
That's good to hear. So, Ruby, it's your senior year. What are some of your goals for your last year wearing an Eagle uniform?
Really to focus on stuff off the field as well as on the field, like just getting the team really close and good attitudes across the board. Also some wins, more than we've had in the past, but yeah, just kind of had a good season overall with the girls.
Talk about, since you're a senior, like the importance of leadership on the team.
Yeah, for sure. We only have 3 seniors on our team this year, which is really important for me to step up and just be there for all the underclassmen and just everyone in general. I'm really excited to see how everyone reacts, and I'm really excited to be around.
Wonderful. So kind of piggybacking off of that, this is a question for Coach, but a question for all of y'all as well. This is, a relatively young team. Like Ruby said, there's only 3 seniors. And what are some of the things that you are hoping that the upperclassmen do to help, lead the younger team to success?
Just buying into the program, buying into the coaches. I just want them to show that, they trust us and putting them in positions and things like that. And to, set an example for them, because they'll follow whatever the upperclassmen do. And it's important that they, show that they care about the sport and it's fun to work hard and, things like that. So
yeah, for sure leading by example is really going to be top priority.
Definitely. On the flip side, Nicole, you are a sophomore on this team, but you've already made a huge splash. So, what are some of your long-term goals with the program? Working up the last 2 years.
I would say some of my long-term goals are at least to compete with the better teams, because I know last year when we would play like Millard West or we'd play Gretna, it'd always be, oh my God, this is just going to be a crapshoot. Let's just get this over with. But now that we have a lot of like the negative comments out of the way, I feel like as long as we give the energy and the effort to actually like try to win, then we could at least put up some runs. Because I know during districts and metros, once Gretna hit their first home run of the game, then we'd all the energy would be gone. So hopefully as long as we stick with the energy, like with these good teams, like I know for our first game, Westview, they're supposedly one of the really good Westo teams. So as long as we give our efforts and energy, I feel like this could be a good season. So as long as we're there throughout the whole, is it 90 minutes or 70? 70, 90, whatever, however long. As long as we just give our efforts the whole entire time, I think that we'll be able to beat some of like the good teams that will come our way. So
Absolutely. So I know Dr. B wanted us to talk about this. Talk to me a little bit about your schedule. What do practices look like? What do games look like? Where are games and practices? Just some of the baseline stuff like that.
Okay, we're at Columbus Park, which is off of 24th and Woolworth. Our field, we're actually working on it, getting it ready for tryouts and practices and season. But practices, what I really want to focus on this year is speed. Like, we're going to put a lot of pressure on the girls for practice, so when they go to games, they're like, oh, wow, this seems a lot slower. This is, I actually have to wait for the pitcher to pitch the ball and then the ball get hit to me, things like that, and really put pressure on them in practice so when it comes to games, we can think on our toes and be ready to go. Our schedule looks great. It is set up for us to have a great winning season, as long as what Nicole touched on. As long as we are where we need to be and focused on ourselves rather than who we're playing, because with softball, anyone can beat anyone. Like at all times, it's a very easy sport to have upsets. So we just have to focus on our process and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do and executing, and we'll have a great season.
Absolutely. So, as a first-year head coach, what are some of the things that, you've been hoping to implement or worked on implementing over the off-season for the team?
I'm sorry. What was
No, you're all good. You're all good. So, as the first-year head coach, what are some of the things that you're hoping to implement or that you've started to implement over the off-season to help take Central softball to the next level during your first year?
Mindset and the process. So even though softball as a whole is a team sport, we each have a job. You are the only person fielding this ball, and then you throw it to someone, which makes it kind of like, a team aspect because they have to catch the ball. But really focusing on doing your job, executing, and trusting your teammates, and just giving all-out effort and having that mindset. That's just something that's really important for us to focus on. And we talked about it a little bit last year, but this year, hopefully we'll come in with the ball rolling and ready to go.
Absolutely. So from all of the coaches today, what we've heard is buying in is a huge part of the process. Can you talk about sort of like what buying into the program means to you and how it's going to be important for this upcoming season?
Buying in, like trusting that the coaching staff are going to put you in the right position, and we're going to make decisions in your best interest. And, when we are telling you to do something or to make an adjustment, rather than, just having a positive attitude with accepting that and, being coachable and things like that.
Perfect. And then Nicole and Ruby, as leaders on this team, what are some of the things that, you hope to improve on or you hope to change for this coming season?
I really want to improve the mindset, because I feel like there would be times where, it's a really long school day and you're just leaving from school and you have to go to the fields and get ready to warm up, and then everybody's like, oh my God, day was so stressful and now we have to play softball against a team that we could either really lose to or could possibly win to, but no, possibly it's going to be really bad. And so I feel like we need to be more positive, because there was a lot of negativity last year when it came to, oh my God, I missed that ball, and then it would just snowball into more mistakes and more errors. And it just, I don't know, it's tough hearing all of the negativity, because then it just makes the whole mood of the game just unenjoyable. And it's just, when will this season be over, because I don't want to be surrounded by all the negativity.
That's what makes it really exciting too, because we have so much room to improve. We can just keep going. We don't even have to have a limit. We can just see how far we can take it with the positive attitudes.
Absolutely. So those are all of the questions that I've got prepared for y'all. Is there anything that any of you would like to touch on just coming towards the end of this interview?
Come to games.
Please come to our games.
Yeah, come out and support. Our schedule is posted on the Central Athletics website, and we're ready to go. So come out, check us out. We're going to be having some fun things during the season. So
wonderful. Coach Nicole, Ruby, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.